Okay, so let's see. Oh! Oh man, it didn't.
Is everything okay?
I didn't tweet the bloody link. It instead it just said, "Oh, Livestream / home," where it should have. Oh god, here's
Delete.
the link. Hashtag join us. I don't care if it's like 7 years out of date. I'm still using it. God damn it.
Oh, why not?
Right, delete that old one. Delete it, fat. Okay. Okay, Rui's here, so we can start. Woohoo! Oh, so hello and welcome to our semi-final 2 prediction stream for Eurovision 2021. Ooh.
Good evening.
Hopefully we will have much less tech drama with this live stream. The new software I used to stream last night seemed to work with minimal trouble. There was only one time where it buffered, but hopefully it'll be fine. And also I learnt from my mistake when we did this on Monday night, and I'm recording the audio concurrently with the with the streaming. So woof.
It's always good to have a backup as we're learning to our cost this year.
Oh, unfortunately. Okay, so for those of you who, well, thankfully missed Monday's stream, so this is how things are going to go. Paul from Bruce Reviews Music is also here. Hello.
Hey.
Okay, so how it's going to go, just to explain for those who thankfully missed Monday's tech problem riddled stream, is that as you can see on this new card, we've got different cards with our predictions on each of the countries competing in semi-final 2, and we've got on the cards you should see now, it's got our memojis, and
the resemblance is uncanny.
Yes, exactly. And basically, our memojis will either give a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on whether we think a certain country is going to qualify or not. Oh, and
it's like we've got jury.
Yep, and as Ruiz just brought up in the chat, I think it's worth pointing out that this semi-final, even though the consensus is generally that semi-2 is not as strong as semi-1, I actually found this a lot harder to predict. I was more confident in my predictions for semi-1 than I have for semi-2. I'm still questioning them, and I'm fully expecting to be hilariously wrong.
Yeah, we thought that semi-final there might be some huge shocks in semi-final 1. In the end, there weren't really.
No, unless you count Croatia, but then again, both of us said it wasn't going to qualify, so it wasn't that surprising to us.
No. On the other hand, it wasn't a particularly euphoric reveal for me, at least, because my favourites went out. So, fingers crossed, semi-final 2 will go a bit better for me personally, but I really struggled to narrow this down to just 10, and
yeah,
we'll get onto the ins and outs shortly.
Yeah, definitely. How about we start now? So obviously we're going to go in running order. So first of all, we got San Marino, and we both agree it's going to qualify. Now, I have to
Oh,
say,
that was bad.
I have to say that I did an initial list of 10 last weekend before I rejoined the bubble, as it were, seeing what everyone thought, and I initially had San Marino down as a ballsy pick for non-qualifier in my list. And
What?
I know, and it wasn't until, from what I hear, you know, the outfits have changed and it doesn't look as messy as what I saw on the rehearsal clip. So I'm still not 100% confident in San Marino, but I'm going to bow down to peer pressure and say that maybe the argument for San Marino qualifying is better than it not qualifying. So I'm going to acquiesce in this case and join the bubble in saying that yes, I will put San Marino down as yes.
Join the Send It for Saturday bandwagon.
Woo! Have you got anything else to add?
Flow Rider.
He actually showed up.
Now, if anyone gets to interview Flow Rider, I would love them to ask him, how was the bikini model contest? Who won? Will we be seeing the winner at Eurovision in the future?
Next year's representative for San Marino, you watch. Oh no, wait, they got some talent show for next year, don't they?
Yes, a voice for San Marino it's called now. Whether that's going to be limited to San Marino's residents, we don't know.
We don't know. Okay, so let's move on to country number 2, which is Estonia. Oh, wait a minute. Rui just chimed into the chat to say, I'm not 100% confident on San Marino yet as well, but I still have them as a qualifier. Yeah, I totally... Same. Oh, and AJ's also in the chat. He says, the fact that San Marino, he emphasizes on the word San Marino, is a certain qualifier this year is still hilarious. Yeah, I agree.
I know. If you'd said that this time last year, or this time 3 months ago even, we would have been like, what? In a good way. It's such a surprise, a pleasant surprise, the glow up
yes!
of little San Marino.
Bless them. Okay, so let's finally move on to song number 2, which is Estonia, and both of us think this has not qualifying. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of obvious to me, but, you know, it's just, it feels like such a, it's kind of like a party pooper, a lot like Slovenia was last night, coming after Lithuania, and I wasn't that impressed by the rehearsal clip I saw. There was just too much empty stage for my liking. I don't know if that's the case for the whole performance, but still. Yeah, sorry, Estonia.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I just don't see it. I can't really elaborate on that.
Okay, so let's move on to song number 3, which is the Czech Republic.
Oh.
And we both agreed that it's not qualifying, and this is
a painful one.
I know, and for context, I originally had this qualifying instead of San Marino, but after hearing what happened in the jury rehearsal, I kind of changed my mind. And it's not like, from what I heard, that Benny actually did a good job. It's just, sorry, taking all the comments about all the 17 songs into consideration, I just worry that, you know, because it's such a competitive semi, that it just might get shunted out. And I desperately hope that I am wrong and that this qualifies. If only just despite all the pundits who've been poo-pooing its chances all these 3 months or whatever it's been, but I'm scared. You know, I had to pick 10 songs and this was a pretty painful cut I had to make. Again, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know.
This isn't what we want.
No.
Let's just put that out there. Yeah, that all Benny will suffer from is that there are only 10 slots.
Yeah.
That's all it is. He's done nothing wrong. And you know what? I was fairly sure about 9 of my top 10.
Same.
But my 10th qualifier, I've got about 4 countries vying for that 10th spot, and Czech Republic is one of them. So I've based this on something that I've never done before. I've gone to look at the qualification odds.
Oh.
And sadly, Czech Republic is 15th out of 17.
Oh, yikes.
So that's what I based it on, sadly. And that's because in semi-final 1, the odds were pretty accurate. They only missed out on Croatia instead of Israel. So the odds got 9 out of 10.
Okay. So let's move on to song number 4, which is Greece. And we both agree that it's a yes, that Greece are going through.
It's a yes. What more can I say?
Yeah, I don't think we need to add much, really.
No, it should sail through.
Okay.
Not worried about this one.
No, not at all. Okay, so next up we go to song number 5, which is Austria, and we agree it's qualifying, at least according to our predictions. Even before, like, when I was avoiding social media, like, based on what I saw, I thought, based on what I saw, Austria's staging looked very striking. You know, like the lighting effects just made it kind of, like, visually stand out, in my opinion, and Vincent is singing the pants off this song, so I think that's going to give it a very good chance of getting a good jury score, and yeah, I think that will see it through, pretty much.
Like you said, I think it's going to be tight though, but it certainly deserves to qualify, and I've always liked this song, even though a lot of other people didn't. But I think they've nailed it. If somehow they don't qualify, it's not for want of trying. They've done so well, and they certainly deserve a spot in the final, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Mari99 in the chat is asking, what did you think of Greece's effects? Well, from the clip, it kind of I wasn't really a fan of the green screen part, but apparently, according to the people in the press room who saw the jury rehearsal tonight, apparently the effects looked better. So, you know.
Thanks for joining, by the way. I like it. I think they've got a few just tiny little things to iron out to make it look, you know, incredible. But I like it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to song number 6, which is Poland, and we both agree that it's a no. I don't really need to explain myself, do you?
The ride will not be happening. I'm afraid.
Just wondering if there's any Irish people in the chat right now. They're probably thinking that was really funny.
Yeah, you could, yeah. If Europe thinks that the ride is about Rafał, then maybe he'll get through. But I don't see it, which is a shame because he seems really nice, but
Yeah.
pre- pretty pretty sure it's a no.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I just want to comment that I kind of feel like it feels a bit unfortunate because I feel like it's a bit of a case of him not being the right this song not being the right song for his kind of abilities because from what I've heard, like he's more kind of like a Radio 2 kind of pop kind of person, and this isn't really much of his usual style, so I just kind of think like this song isn't really the best to showcase his abilities, if that makes any sense.
It does. It's weird how Eurovision artists and Eurovision songs that don't match in real life end up being married together,
Yeah.
and often it doesn't really work.
Oh well. Okay, so let's go over to song number 7, which is Moldova, and both of us are saying no. I
I
have
can't believe this, by the way.
Yeah,
That you're saying no.
I know. And I was talking about changes to my list earlier. I initially had this as a qualifier, but after tonight I kind of changed it. Um it's just I feel like this is still going to trip me up. I feel like this is going to be the Azerbaijan of this semi-final and qualified despite all our doubts. And like I feel a little scared going against the Kirkorov machine, but
Yeah, exactly. Are they really gonna let a Kirkorov song fail to qualify?
yeah, that's the thing I'm struggling with, and it's the reason why I put it as a no is just thinking about based on what I heard from the jury rehearsals, the audio feed I could hear, it just did not have vocally as vocally it wasn't as powerful and energetic as the two songs that followed it, if that makes sense.
I hear you. Then again, historically, sometimes that doesn't make any difference at all.
Yeah.
With the juries, they still vote for it anyway. So we could be completely wrong about this, and I'm really struggling between Moldova and another song. And I gave the other song the edge. Well, I'll tell you later because we're going to get to it shortly.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the people in the chat are kind of saying similar things. It's like, oh, I'm not sure I could say that a Kirkorov song won't qualify. And yeah, I'm totally with you guys.
Yes.
As we make our predictions, I'm still second guessing myself. I'm just kind of like, am I really sure? But I have to put in some prediction.
Just lock it in. Just go with your gut feeling.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to song number 8, which is Iceland, and surprise, surprise, we're both saying yes, obviously. Obviously, it's really unfortunate what happened with the delegation, but, at least they've got footage of them on the actual Rotterdam stage, so I don't think it's going to have any effect on their qualifying chances. And from what I've heard, that the earlier rehearsal footage that they're using is really good on it, so as it is, so, it's not like they've got footage of them half-arsing it, so, it's just on a personal level, I feel so sorry for them.
Yeah, devastated. And I'm not just saying that, I really am. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of goodwill behind them, so it's not going to make any difference that it's a pre-recorded performance.
Yeah.
And I still think a win is possible.
Yeah. I do wonder how they will go about it if this does win, because they'll be at the hotel. Like, are they going? Like, are they gonna have to do what they did in on Drag Race last year and just like superimpose an emoji?
I don't know. I mean, there was an Instagram story on Daddy's wife's Insta um, where they left some flowers at their hotel door.
I
Um,
know.
and I thought, well, maybe they'll do that with the trophy.
Oh, maybe that would be nice.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so let's move on to song number 9, which is Serbia. And both of us are saying yes. Now, initially, I had this as a no, but a very unconfident no. It was just because I didn't know where to fit it, but I've swapped it for Moldova based on what I've heard from the audio feed of the jury rehearsal, and it sounded at least more impactful than Moldova. So I think people will be more inclined to remember it. So that's why I've got Serbia as a yes. But again, I'm not confident.
Mm. To use a Woganism, it went big in the hall
Yeah.
tonight. And I've said all along that it will qualify, or that it should qualify. The only thing that makes me nervous is that they're the only ex-EU country left in the contest.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing. I really think that they should get through quite easily.
Yeah. I mean, they do have a couple of diaspora countries, and also Bulgaria, I think, will give them a good number of votes as well. So, you know, it's not completely hopeless.
Yeah, I think they've got a good chance, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about them.
Okay. Oh, AJ says in regards to Iceland, I think the votes they could potentially lose for it being recorded will be cancelled out by the sympathy votes. Yeah, I think that could, yeah, I think you could have a good point there.
Yeah.
I was wondering where you went, John.
I'm still here, don't worry.
It was just a long period of silence. Okay, so next up we got song number 10, which is Georgia. And surprise,
No.
surprise, we're both saying no. Based on what I've seen, I kind of like the kind of slightly artsy staging, but I'm self-aware to know that that's just my personal taste, and I'm still convinced that this is coming dead last in the semi, and that sucks.
Yeah. Unlike semi-final 1, where you could pretty much make a case for any of them to go through, there are some countries in semi-final 2 that are definite no's, and this one is a definite no. I love it, but it's a no.
Yeah. Okay, so next up we go into song number 11, which is Albania, and we have a disagreement. I'm saying no, while John says yes. So because I was the one that said no, I'll go first, so just so we can end on a more happy note. So again, this is a very unconfident no for me, because I'm well aware that this can still go through. I mean, it's got some diaspora to help it, but I'm not convinced that anyone else would vote for this, to be honest. I mean, I wasn't really that impressed by what I saw from the staging, even though from what I hear she performs it well, but I don't know. My gut feeling is saying no, but I would not be surprised in the slightest if it did make it. So it's kind of like, yeah, it could go either way, honestly.
Yeah, this is my shakiest qualifier, and this is the one that I was really struggling between Moldova and Albania.
Okay.
So I went. Um, it could be that I've let myself be swayed by what the press are saying, because everyone was really, really, really impressed by Angela's performance and staging. Um, Also, it's in the top 10 according to the qualification odds. So I've put them down as my 10th qualifier, in full knowledge that it could go either way.
Yeah. There's a few of those in the semi-final, to be fair, so it's just kind of like it's just kind of like a case of having to make some really tough decisions.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's move on to song number 12, which is Portugal. And both of us are saying yes to Portugal. So even before I came back online, I was very impressed by how Portugal looked. I've always suspected that this could get a jury push, and maybe it might even get a decent televote. Who knows? So yeah, I mean, yeah, I say that this is most likely qualifying unless there's a shock.
All signs seem to be pointing to yes, ever since it became apparent that during the rehearsals that the staging was, quite frankly, brilliant. On a personal level, I am desperate for Portugal to qualify. It's my favourite song that's left in the contest, and it's looking like it's going to make it, but it's going to be. It's. I still think I'm still not convinced. I still think it's going to be tight, but really, it should make it. And most people seem to think it's going to make it. I I just have to cross my fingers and hope for the best.
Okay, so Rui, who is Portuguese, says, I still don't know if we'll qualify, but I love for that to happen. Same.
Me too. And we said on a recent podcast that we didn't think we'd get both Austria and Portugal, but now I think we will get both.
Yeah. Be careful what I say, I guess. I'm gonna be eating my words, I guess. Oh well, it happens. Okay, so next up we go to Bulgaria, and no surprises, we're both saying a yes. So yeah, before I came back online, I was like really quite intrigued by how this was staged, and it looks like it's going to be like really kind of like cinematic and meaningful, and like even the 30-second clip from the second semi got me all weepy. So there's a very high chance that I'm going to be a sobbing mess tomorrow night after that performance is over. God help me.
Just a minute.
Oh, sorry. We have a little interruption, ladies and gentlemen, so we'll just wait a second for John to come back.
Sorry, I'm back.
Okay, so yeah. What were you going to say? I just finished talking about Bulgaria.
Yeah, there's no question it's going through. Absolutely no question.
Okay, so next up we go to Finland, and we're both saying yes. I mean, I've said before that this is not to my taste, but even so, I'm struggling to see any reason why this would fail tomorrow.
Exactly the same as me. I wouldn't put it in my personal final, but I know that it's going to be there.
Yeah.
For definite.
Okay, so let's move on to Latvia, and both of us are saying no, it's not qualifying. First of all, from what I saw, it's basically empty stage galore, and from what I heard in the jury rehearsal, she sounded like she was over singing it quite a lot. So, yeah, it's a no from me, Chief.
Well, it's over. And that makes me sad, but I listened into the press centre stream from the jury rehearsal tonight, and it sounded like she was struggling to remain in the correct key for the whole song, which is a real shame, but that is going to have an effect on a possible jury save that she could have got, but I don't think she will get now.
Well, oh, hang on. Let me just try and find the Price is Right horns on the soundboard. Hang on, sorry. Sorry. Hang on. My screen is currently frozen. A second. Let me just get it up. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Gutted.
Okay, so penultimate song number 16, we go to Switzerland, and no surprises there. We both think, yes, duh, Switzerland are going through, no question.
Rien à dire, nothing to say.
Okay, so let's swiftly move on. So, last but by no means least, we have Denmark, and we have a disagreement. I'm saying yes, while John is saying no. So, John, because you said no, you go first. Explain your logic.
So this is going to be really interesting to see how this goes. This was yet another country that was vying for my 10th spot. I really don't know. This could qualify quite easily, or it might just fall on deaf ears, especially with the juries. I don't know. I would love to see it make it because it's such a happy song, but again, there are only 10 spots, and that's my only reason for not putting Denmark through.
Yeah, I can see a path to where this fails, but I think the arguments for it qualifying outweigh the reasons for it not qualifying. I think there's a good chance that this is going to be one of those songs that closes a semi-final. That's a silly pop song that a lot of people in the fandom are very skeptical about it qualifying, and it goes ahead and qualifies. I'm talking songs like Lithuania in 2012, Romania in 2013, right. Belgium in 2016, and this could be another one of those. And I think this really works as a semi-closer, and I think this will get put as. I think it's more likely that people at home will find this charming and will appreciate it. So yeah, I'm saying that's why I got Denmark as a yes personally.
I mean, I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's just because I'm juggling to make a top 10. Did you have to bring up Love is Blind, though?
Sorry.
A Mormon is for you.
Oh. Okay, so that's it. Those are our 10 predictions. Oh, sorry. I got that wrong. Those are our predictions for the 10 songs that we think are going to go through in Semi 2. Just as a quick reminder for those, I just transitioned into the card that's got all of our predictions. So basically, we all agree on 9 countries. The only difference is that I've got Denmark as my 10th, while John has got Albania as his 10th. So I think 9 out of 10 in agreement is pretty good going, I think.
That's incredible. Now watch one of the ones that we agree on not make it.
Yeah, I mean it happened last night, so what's to say it won't happen again?
Help.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm going out shopping tomorrow, so I've got a whole day to just calm down and, self-care. Because I was on edge all day on Tuesday, and with good reason it turned out. So tomorrow I'm going to go and have something very nice for lunch, and then come back, hopefully refreshed and relaxed. But
yeah, I don't know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I'll probably just do some artwork on my iPad or something. I don't know.
Do something nice.
Yeah, I need to do something nice and relaxing just to get myself into a nice zone before everything hits the wall tomorrow night.
Good luck, everybody.
Oh, by the way, someone called Miko Harley in the chat says, I would be happy to see this woman's reaction to Albania qualifying tomorrow. I'm assuming by that woman he means me. Well, he or she. I don't know what gender this person is. Just to respond to your comment, if Albania qualifies tomorrow, I'll be fine with it. I mean, I like the song just fine. I mean, and as I said earlier, I fully expect for me to be wrong. It's just kind of like I had to pick 10 songs and I didn't know where to put Albania, so I'm fully expecting to be wrong with them, but who knows?
Yeah, I think both of us will be not shocked, but surprised, because I think we're both juggling about 13 qualifiers, aren't we?
Yeah.
So whatever happens, it's going to be a big surprise.
Yeah, definitely. Oh well, it happens.
Just no nasty surprises, please.
No. No, like let me tell you, if like something like Poland qualifies, then I'll be quite mad.
Oh God!
But that's
I saw your face when Azerbaijan made it.
No.
Oh my God!
I almost swore, then I briefly remembered I was getting recorded. Anyway. So, thank you very much for joining in the live stream. So this will
Thank you, everyone. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. And we will be putting the audio of this out as a podcast. I know it's going to be really odd because we didn't manage to, because of tech problems, we couldn't put the first semi-prediction stream out on podcast, but oh well.
Never mind. No one will ever hear what we said.
By the way, some Greek guy called Marikos. I can't understand what your surname is in Greek. I'm sorry, but Marikos says that I agree with John. I don't know what he's referring to, but anyway.
Oh well, thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only one who has these opinions.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap things up. So we'll be back roughly about half an hour after Semi 2 ends tomorrow to do our reaction stream. So have fun tomorrow, and best of luck to all your faves, whoever your faves are, listeners.